into little squares or scrub pans or set the table or anything else Mother thought of while she was busy banging pots and yelling. Hell was a kitchen. Hell was having to go to the supermarket every Friday with her. Sometimes Father drove us. Usually we walked there and back with a collapsible shopping cart and a red wagon. It was a crux buying groceries for our army. Neither Mother nor I enjoyed it. Sometimes my father and mother went to the Randolph Street Market to buy eggs and vegetables wholesale for the 9 of us. Sometimes my mother walked down North Avenue beyond Humboldt Park to the day-old bakery to buy us sweetbread. On Sundays, after scavenging the flea market at Maxwell Street, we stopped for Mexican groceries on 18th Street. Carnitas and chicharrón served on hot tortillas with dollops of sour cream and sprigs of cilantro. These Sunday dinners were one of the few times Father cooked. He stood over the cutting board and chopped like a Japanese chef, humming while he worked until the carnitas were diced to his liking. Father was meticulous. He liked to remind everyone he was from a good family, the son of a Mexican military man and the grandson of a pianist who was also an educator. But Father's appreciation of the finer things in life did not extend beyond nightclubs. He loved the big bands of Xavier Cugat, Perez Prado, and Benny Goodman, the sultry voice of Peggy Lee singing Why Don't You Do Right, whose lyrics always made him laugh, and the dance halls and cabarets of Mexico City. He was a good dancer and sharp dresser. And then he got married. Like everybody we knew, we took road trips from Chicago to Mexico to visit family. In Mexico, we didn't have to ask Father to drive us to museums. The past and the present were all around us. We witnessed paper Judases exploding on Holy Week, saw Aztec pyramids sprouting in the middle of downtown, watched dancers swing like birds from a giant pole planted in front of the cathedral, listened to ancient music played on drums and conch shells in the Central Plaza. Art was in the paper flags fluttering above us at a fiesta, in the mangoes sliced like roses and served on a stick, in the cheap trinkets we bought with our Sunday allowance at the market, in the pastel wafer candies studded with pumpkin seeds. Art was a way of being. On these vacations, Father caught up on his reading. His library consisted of Mexican comic books and pocket-sized fotonovelas printed in a dark chocolate ink on paper so cheap it was used as toilet paper by the poor. When Father was done with his little books, he turned them over to me, and I painted over the lady's chocolate-tinted mouths with a red lead pencil dipped in spit. This is how I learned to read in Spanish. Father also had a private library, secret stash of Alarma magazines, whose covers were so savage, Mother forced him to keep them under the mattress in brown paper bags. Alarma features sensational stories about everyday Mexican events. Yet another bus drives off a cliff. Yet another quake swallows a village. Yet another machete murder. All with detailed photos. Mexicans love staring at death. I wasn't allowed to read these magazines, but once in a while I did catch a headline when Father was reading in bed. Wife kills husband and serves his head in tacos. Back in Chicago, Mother painted geishas and paint-by-number sets in the kitchen after her housework was done. She made fake flowers with crepe paper until she grew real flowers from seeds she sent away for. She sewed stuffed toys and doll clothes, designed theater sets, and created puppets. But it wasn't enough. Mother felt duped by life and sighed for the life that wasn't hers. Father watched television in bed, content, chuckling, calling out for pancakes. There's no intelligent life around here, Mother said out loud to no one in particular. When she was in a bad mood, which was often, she threw sharp words like knives, wounding and maiming the guilty and the innocent. Your mother, Father complained to me near tears. Sick and tired, miserable, Mother raged and paced her cell. We tiptoed around her, feeling gloomy and guilty. I understood Father. He He understood me. Neither of us understood her, and she never understood us. But that didn't matter. A stack of pancakes, a paycheck, a bouquet of dandelions, a ride to the Garfield Park Conservatory, a box of popcorn from the Sears, a language for the words we couldn't say.